Hello, mate. Welcome back. Been a while.
It has, mate. It has.
This. I've pressed record now, so you know what's going to happen. It's all going to go technical difficulties on us, as always.
Yeah, that it does seem to have a little bit of a delay from what I'm seeing,
Oh, that's good.
but it'll sort itself out.
Yeah,
Uh,
my end. Look all right, mate.
we can't have this. We can't have this from the start with me stuttering already.
No. You need to go and speak to the bloke that did the King's speech. So,
Colin Firth.
yeah, like he was.
Yeah, I know.
Ah. How's it been going then? Your podcast, you've had all the guests on so far.
Yeah, it's good. I've got some brilliant ones lined up as well. I I had to rethink a few things because with you, I don't know how you come up with your guests and whatnot. Um, whether it's just sort of scrolling through Instagram or Twitter or Facebook or whatever, but I rethought what I was doing and I was like, do you know what? I know some interesting people.
Yeah.
And the thought process for me was that I started trying to go with the more I don't know, successful, well-known
Yeah, I
sort of
get what you mean
guests.
there.
And the more I think of it, like I wanted to start my podcast to have a silly goose time and to talk to people. Like I want to talk to interesting people and I want to have like scientists and historians and stuff like
Mm.
that. But in all I feel like in order to get people engaged, they need to know the people that I'm talking to. Um,
Yeah,
because I'm not an international TV celebrity or anything like that.
yeah, I
So
know what you mean there. Select
in
audience
order,
at the minute.
yeah, yeah, but also in order to get people that I know engaged in the podcast, they've got to know the people that I'm talking to. Um,
Yeah, I get what you mean there.
so, I mean, if you get a really big guest, you're gonna, if they put their stuff out on socials, that you're gonna get a wider audience. But you have to have a base. You have to have, for me anyway, the way I'm thinking is you have to have people that want to listen to a conversation like between me and Scotty or me and Biffo
Probably
or
the
me and
two greatest
Charlie.
podcasts I've listened to in ages. You and Scotty,
Yeah,
and you and Biffo. Mate, I was in
yeah.
stitches.
Like I can't wait to do another couple with those guys. Um, because there's stories in there and stuff that people can relate to, I think.
Mm.
I mean, I spoke to you not so fucking hell. This stutter. I think it's because this is the morning podcast, and
mouth,
I'm not
mouth and brain are not in
I'm not
line yet.
yeah. But in other podcast news, Sean, have you? I don't know about you, but I've been balls deep in podcasts for about 10, 12 years, starting with Rogan and Fighter and the Kid and all those. I am over the moon. I want to say this because there will be potentially people who are going to slate my next comment. I'm not condoning any of the actions that anybody's been accused of, but I also want to put out that I feel that if somebody's accused of something, they should be given due process in
Yeah,
the fact that it can't just be the woke culture or
yeah,
the social justice warriors that come out and basically lose somebody their job because of something they're being alleged of doing.
mm.
And I think it's brilliant that Callan's back
Yeah.
with I think it's Steve Byrne doing Big and Hungry. And
He's on
to
the
be
Fighter and the
honest,
Kid a
I will
couple of
say
times.
I much prefer the dynamic of a podcast when you've got someone like Callan on,
Mm.
because for me, the fight and the kid hasn't been the same since he hasn't been on it. And when he has reappeared and they haven't put the sponsors and stuff on, it was like, this is what I like listening to.
Yeah,
And
better.
did you see? Did you see? I mean, I've just posted it to my story, but
He's back, mate. I did see.
He's back. Chris D'Elia has come out. He's admitted that he had issues and whatnot. He's still standing by the fact that he never did anything illegal. He possibly did stuff that, well, not possibly. He did do stuff that he's not proud of.
Yeah.
But that the fact that he's back doing, I mean, the fact that you get a little bit of content from the guys that they've always said that they didn't do the things that they've been accused of, and the fact that just because a small group of people make a big noise,
it doesn't mean it's true.
They can't.
And you can't just cancel someone just because, like you said, a small group make a big noise.
Yeah, but I thought that was just for me anyway. It's a good bit of news, that the fact that some people can get back to doing what they are so good at, and something that keeps us entertained, and I guess it's a bit of a small victory to those of us that that are in, like, I feel like I'm involved in that, and the fact that they can't just be taken away. I mean, I like the way that Callan did it, and he was like, no, I'm not just gonna be quiet and go on into the night. I'm gonna fight back, because I don't believe that I am any of the things that I'm being accused of. D'Elia did it slightly different, but I think I said to you, I sort of knew it was coming. I could see, could see the fact that Chris's brother's podcast was late, and all of a sudden you see, like, it's like a drip feed. We'll see if people want to listen to me, or if I am really fucked and I can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
Then out of the blue, Chris D'Elia just posts him. I don't know if you've seen the one of him singing and then kissing the wall.
No, I haven't. No, I saw the YouTube video that.
The YouTube apology. Yeah. And to me, that seemed genuine. That seemed like a guy that clearly had a problem, and he tried to sort it. And maybe it was just a case of him just needing a bit of time,
bit of space. Sometimes that's what you need. Sometimes that's what you need. Like, we all need a bit of space every now and then. Re-engage.
And that's the thing. That's the thing. When you are in the public eye, it's very easy, because everybody makes mistakes. Everybody does things that they're not proud of, and when you are in that public eye, it's very easy for everybody to give them
everyone gives
opinion.
Their opinion.
And it's like, I mean, you've been subject to it, I know, and it's not nice, and it does make you and everybody around you feel shit. And,
it does, definitely.
And that sort of gets onto, like, the main thing that's in the news at the moment, with the with that poor girl that got murdered, and now everybody's gone on from sort of it's weird. Like, if people actually looked, people are looking to get triggered, I think. So everybody's got an opinion now. Everybody that has a social media platform is putting out, like, don't protect your daughter, educate your son. And it's like, well, I get that, and that is a good message to get out, a bit like the mental health thing, but a bit like the Black Lives Matter thing. And then you get, like, the people saying all lives matter, and so and
it's not all men,
etc.
Yeah,
and it's not all men, and it of course it's not.
But that's not what they're saying. That's not what they're saying. And I totally 100% agree there, because I almost did it. I put a different spin on it when I actually posted my post, because at one point I was like, but hang on, because I saw on there was like a trending worldwide curfew for men and shit like that. And it's like, why should I have to suffer for this? And it's like, and then when you actually sit and think about it, it's not targeted at me. It's targeted at males, because as much as we would hate to think that women would cross the road because we're walking fast, like we're behind and walking fast, they might think, fuck. That's because they don't know us, and they've always got their guard up. And me and you have got two. Well, I've got two daughters. You've got a daughter. I would hate for them to think like that about blokes, which is why I started going through some training with them last night, which was funny. Signing them up.
But I think my issue, I mean, you can teach them jiu-jitsu, you can teach them kickboxing and whatnot, and unfortunately for some potential dickhead, they're gonna get mauled by potentially somebody that knows what they're doing. But I think my thing is, I mean, you put yours out there, your post, and I can sort of understand that to a certain degree, because you've got a platform in which you're coming from.
Yeah. But
you weren't the only person that put it up, and all of a sudden it seemed like I had feeds full of male feminists and stuff like that. And right, I'd just like to again reiterate that I'm not saying not to give it the exposure, etc. What I think for me, a lot of the people that posted like that or reposted things and talking about either their kids or their family. I mean, we've all got a mum as well. So I think my thing is that, yeah, I get it. Spread the message, but also just adjust your behavior. Like, you don't, just because something's trending, you don't have to post it. You don't have to post it. You just have to realize that that's out. It's in the news. Like, just be yourself, be more conscious. Like you said, if you're walking behind a woman that's on her own, like, maybe rather than try to overtake, maybe just chill yourself out. You're not in a rush to get where you're going.
Yeah, just chill out, slow down.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, in my head, I know what I'm trying to say, but it maybe isn't coming across right. I think I've got a big thing, a big issue with social media at the moment, and I have done probably for about a year now. And I feel like a lot of people, and it sort of circles back to what I was saying about Delia and Carlin.
Yeah.
You don't have, like, I can't remember the last time I made a Facebook post other than posting something about like an episode.
I'm always doing it about football.
Just because something's in the news, like, yeah. I don't know. In my head, it's just, I don't even spend my time at the moment anyway, like scrolling through Instagram and stuff, because I don't care. And I'm not saying I don't care about the issues that are being brought up, but like I said, it's like a lot of people making a lot of noise, and they just, it's on to the next, on to the next.
It's always, like, there's always another thing.
Like 2 days ago, it was all about the fucking royal family and all of that, like what's blowing up, and everyone now all of a sudden, like, all of the royal family's racist. It's like, well, no, they're not. Not all of them. And I don't think even Meghan was saying that. She was saying it was a select group of people. And it's like, well, that's what needs to be sorted. Don't slate everybody.
Yeah. And did you watch that interview?
I did. Well,
pretty much 2 hours of my life that I'm never getting back.
I started watching it, and I get it, but then you're getting people posting like their views on Meghan saying what she said, but then you've got like two sides of it. You've got some people saying, oh yeah, it's great that she said it, and like a year ago, a celebrity killed himself and everybody was all about being kind. And then you've got other people saying that she's an actress and that she was playing up for the camera to get exposure. And it's like,
But also,
I don't know.
she doesn't need exposure. She's married to Prince Harry. She's already a celebrity.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
but yeah, I know where you're going for.
My biggest take from that, it's not even my biggest take. I look at it and go, what was the point? Why did you do that interview?
No, I said exactly the same thing. There was some points in there that should be addressed, but did you need to go on Oprah to do it? Could you not just gone, hey Liz, you have a chat on that?
Yeah, but I mean,
but also I know the royal family doesn't really work in that way. They have to book appointments with the Queen, but
yeah, but I can see two sides of it. Yeah, I mean, she's saying that she struggled, etc., and that they weren't able to. Oh, I don't know.
It's a strange one.
I don't want to sound like I'm like what did they get out of it? Because from my understanding, they wanted to take a step out of all of that in order to live a normal life.
Yeah.
To then, I mean, here's a conspiracy for you.
Oh.
They're all talking about Meghan and Harry now, and no one's talking about Andrew. Is this just another big ploy? Yeah. Is this just another big ploy?
I did see a few things like that by the firm. Don't call it the firm.
I mean,
for a start, or the institution. Didn't like that either. But yeah, I see loads of things like that. It's like the biggest interview and crisis for the royal family since like the Queen's uncle left the royal family and abdicated the throne. It's like, what about Andrew? With his old mate, with his old mucker. Jeffrey didn't kill himself. Epstein.
Also, he didn't kill himself. Also, he shall not be named.
Oh yeah.
Seen a lot of seen a lot of pictures of him with certain people that Andrew used to hang out with as well.
Yeah. Gary Glitter and that.
Yep.
I did laugh a lot when he stormed off. It's like, come on, mate. You give it all the time, and now someone's gone back to you and said, well, she just cut you off your life. That's why you're being a cunt. And he's like, well, not having this. Walked off.
Yeah. But I will say that he's a character.
Yeah.
And just so happens there's a new news show that's going to be starting, and he can walk straight into it.
I don't even watch Good Morning Britain. It's too early.
And also
too early for argument.
It's another thing that's all in the news that I just don't care.
Awesome.
I just don't care. Like Piers Morgan, everybody knows he's a dickhead. Whether he's a dickhead playing a character, he's a dickhead. But he does say things like it's all well and good. Like he can't say that he can't be a shithouse about Meghan Markle, but he can be a shithouse to Matt Hancock. That's okay. When he calls him out and he's a dickhead to him, that's okay.
That's fine.
And has the same opinions about Meghan Markle because she said, I mean, here's another thing for you. When he said he doesn't believe that she had suicidal thoughts, etc., he's allowed to think that and he's allowed to say that.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's right. But if he knows Megan on a personal level, it's the same as like say you'd
Or-
said to me
Yeah.
that I've been having suicidal thoughts, and I said to you on a personal level, are you thinking about your two girls? And you're like, no, I hadn't really thought about that. Well, are you having suicidal thoughts, or do you just not like where you're at the moment?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Nobody's actually.
Like
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like that's maybe a bad example, but what I'm trying to say is that we can't have all the social media platforms where people are saying that it's great that Megan is this and Megan's that, and then if Piers says his bit, you can't then give the exact same behavior to Piers Morgan as Piers Morgan was giving to Megan, because that, like, as much as you want to call him out, like,
it's that old saying, two wrongs don't make a right.
Exactly. So yeah, lose your job because you're a dickhead.
Yeah.
But then you can't have people harassing and berating him.
But yeah, you're right. He is a fucking character, because you see him on Good Morning Britain. He's argumentative. He doesn't let people finish what they're saying. He is being a complete knobhead. Then you see him on Piers Morgan's live stories, where he's doing like an interview with someone, whether it's another person that I don't really like but has got a story, like in Gemma Collins or
Trisha. Trisha was
Eubank.
on there, wasn't she?
Yeah. But they're good too. I actually enjoyed watching it. I was like, this is good.
I think deep down in the core, he is probably a very good journalist, and I think he found a way of getting eyes on what he was doing. The same as Chris Eubank. Chris Eubank, as an example, you said there, Chris Eubank hasn't always been that personality. He created that personality when he was a boxer.
Yeah.
It got some eyes on what he was doing, and he's now elaborated, and he's become who he is, and he lives that every day now. He didn't start off like
loves a sheriff badge.
He does. Why does he like a sheriff's badge?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like it happens a lot, I think, in celebrity, where they create this character and they become that.
Yeah, they
believe
forget
their own.
Yeah, they forget who they are and where they've come from, and all of a sudden they're.
Michael Jackson's another one.
Sasha Fierce.
He wasn't always like that. Sasha. That's Beyonce. Yeah,
that's Beyonce. That's her alter ego, but she hasn't become that. That's what she does when she goes on stage. But yeah, Frank the Tank.
Kanye, he's another one. but that's like, that is another example though, of like, for example, if you let your hair down and go on a mad one when you're drinking, like, that's not you every time you drink. That's just you every now and again.
Yeah.
When you want to go mad. But if you were a celebrity and you had the opportunity to do, what the fuck are we talking about? What are we talking about?
We've just gone from the royal family to me becoming Frank the Tank on the piss. Do you know what I like about that, though? I don't know, but do you know what I like about that? Is that we could just sit there and just go off on these tangents. Right, last podcast with the old man, he had a little list.
He had a list.
He had his little piece of paper, and he was like, we're going a bit off track here. We're not going to... Where was I? Oh, yeah, Malta. It's like, no, just go off on your tangents. That's the point.
Yeah. Bless him. Before he came on, he was asking me about it, and I just said, just talk, Dad. He obviously had to get his notes together and that.
Yeah.
But in some ways, that was good, because he was giving you sort of a timeline.
Yeah.
And
when he finished, he was like, when are we doing the next one? I've got loads more to cover. About the parachuting rat.
Yeah. I can't believe you didn't tell that story.
That's a brilliant story.
Yeah.
But what were we actually? What was the point of that whole? like 15, 20 minutes of conversation.
I don't know,
but it was good though.
It's nice sometimes. It's nice sometimes to just
rant. I like a rant.
Yeah,
we all love a rant.
I think what I was trying to get across is like, and any of you that are listening that have got social media, is like, write it out. Yeah, think about it before you post it though, and remember that if you're aiming it at somebody and you think that they've done something wrong, just remember that there's a possibility that they are going to read it.
Yeah,
and
there's another one that I saw that's similar to that. It's obviously the stuff where they're saying that, going back to Megan talking about suicide and things like that, that they're putting that she's a liar, she's not telling the truth or whatever. Hey, guess what? Megan's not going to read that, but one of your mates who could possibly be in a dark place is reading that, thinking that you don't give a shit.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, everybody can read and post and do all that.
Yeah, and you got to think, like, here's another sort of side note to that, which is good about Facebook and Instagram. Do you ever go through like your memory from this day?
Yes.
And then go back like 12 years.
I don't go back that far.
You read it and you go,
but yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
But read it and you go, oh.
Why did I put that? Most of mine are like,
I had one the other
football related.
Yeah,
that's my main thing I post about. Just football.
Yeah, I like going back to like when I first had Facebook, and I read like because your status used to be different, so it would say Darren, and then you'd write is. Whereas now it doesn't come up with Darren anymore. It just says is, and it like I had one either yesterday or the day before, and it just says is violently happy, which is obviously I was listening to a song by Björk, and and for whatever reason I thought I need to update my status for that,
because that's what we did back in those days,
and I didn't. Yeah, and I think back then you didn't realize that that's not going away now. That's just luckily, that's your unless you reshare it, people would have to go back 12 years. People would have to go back 12 years through your time.
It's a bit like what is it? Kate shared one to you the other day, or I shared it to you. Kate sent it to me, where Mum has posted on her wall saying, "Which one of you?
Yeah.
Who broke the bed? You or Sean?" Why did you put that on Facebook?
I don't know.
It was both of us. We were power fucking. But it's your comment underneath. Why have you put this on Facebook?
I'm sure. I'm 100% sure there is going to be a load of gems of those coming out, because if you remember a few years ago, I put Mum on a Facebook curfew.
Yes.
That she couldn't go on Facebook after a certain time because she starts commenting on stuff.
Yes, she does.
And it's like I read through it and I'm like, oh, yeah, she still does.
Bless her.
She still does.
She loves a Facebook comment.
What episode are you on now? 101.
101.
Right. So this is not my podcast, but I've got an idea for this podcast.
Okay.
For this episode. So do you remember in, I think, the late 90s, early 2000s, there was a TV show called Room 101?
Yes. You wrote this down?
Yeah. And what No, I literally just thought of it now when I said 101.
Room 101.
You know how my brain works, Sean.
Yeah.
So Room 101, I'm pretty sure the premise of the show was that you bring something that you think should be gotten rid of.
Yes, and then you.
So you chuck it in room 101, and it's
That was Frank Skinner, wasn't it? He was the host.
Yeah.
And I
so
hated.
Why don't we have a think about?
I used to hate the way he did the handle. He didn't just pull the handle. He like went.
Yeah.
Why you do a normal movement?
Yeah.
Those listening don't know what movement I'm doing, but it was annoying. Look it up.
Yeah.
This is a similar thing to your overrated, underrated thing, isn't it? That you do.
Yeah. I mean, what at the moment do you think should go into room 101?
Cream eggs.
Cream eggs.
Yeah.
Now you have to justify why, because I don't actually mind a cream egg. They
I
remind
think
me of
they are one of the most overrated chocolates ever. And they say that they're just for Easter. They're not. They're there all the time. All the time. And they're annoying. They get sticky. You open a packet and your fingers are already sticky. Why are they? Why is it sticky on the outside? And then people are like, oh, how do you eat it? Do you get a little spoon? No, I put it in my mouth and I chew it. I don't lick it out. But what's the point of it? And the flavour of the inside is a bit weird.
Also, Easter basically starts on Boxing Day, doesn't it?
Yes. So when I used to work at Waitrose, back in the day, they would be getting all the Easter stuff ready, like pretty much throughout Christmas, because the Christmas stuff is ready in summer. And it's annoying me. Another thing that annoys me, and I can't do it because I don't know if it's something a bit like you, where my brain goes weird. I can't watch a Christmas episode when it's not Christmas time, or a Christmas movie.
No, I can get on board with that.
It winds me up.
I can get on board with that. So cream eggs.
Yeah, cream eggs will fuck off. Dude, this fucking stupid.
Cream eggs. That was a good one. Good one.
Yeah, just. What about you? You got one?
Cream eggs. That's random as well. I got lots.
I got lots. I love it.
I can't. Something. Oh, let me think. What about? Oh, I can't think of anything specific right now. Things that annoy me. There's so many.
So many.
So very many. I'll have to try and pinpoint something.
Going back to
Cream eggs has thrown me off.
Going back to the our previous part of the conversation. I don't like the fact that people look down on you if you're being a gentleman about something. Like opening a door. Opening a door for a female, or standing up and letting them have the seat and things like that. It's like, oh, well, why are you doing that? All right, I'm being a gentleman. That's sexist. I can open my own door. All right. Trying to be chivalrous.
Yeah, because I think so. It's only sexist if you only open doors for women.
Yeah, I agree.
If I don't know. I don't know where it came from. I've just always, like, anybody that's behind me, I open the door or step to the side. You go first.
And then it's the awkward. No, you go. Okay, that's what I put in. When you open the door for someone and they go, "Oh, no, you first," and then you're in that stupid, annoying back to back. No, you go. Ah.
I tell you what, here's one then that I hate. literally hate this. It can't go in room 101 because it's not a physical thing. But if you do something like that, or you let somebody go ahead of you and they don't say thank you,
Oh,
and every
yeah.
time it happens, I always go, well, fuck you then. Every time. And I'm vocal. Fuck you.
Well, fuck you very much. Yes. Because.
Or if you do anything like out in public, like if you step out of the way for somebody, like supermarkets at the moment, like
Yeah.
And you move so that they can go by you, and they just walk. You're like, well, just say, oh, cheers. Doesn't take much.
True.
And also,
it doesn't.
Also, I think I've said this before. I think it might have been on your first episode on my podcast. Why are people dickheads when they're in public spaces at the moment? Like you get some people, you get like Doris that is overly social distancing and is 6 meters away from you. And you're like, look, honestly, it's fine. But then you've got the other people who don't seem to realize that you're supposed to be standing a certain distance away. Like, just fuck off. Just give me some space, you. Because I don't know if you've got it or not. You don't know if I've got it or not. Just respect the fact. Give me some space.
Yeah. Not asking for much.
Also, if I'm looking at something in the supermarket, I'm not going to be there for an hour. Just wait. Just wait.
Yes.
I will soon be on my way.
Do you know what the other
rushing to get past me?
Another one. One. Here's another one for you. I've even got a prop.
Prop. You have the mask. Yeah.
Hey, just put it on. Why is it on your chin?
Yeah. And why do some people not put it over their nose?
I don't know. Just underneath.
Like, yeah.
They're just covering the mouth, not the nose. Oh, it restricts my breathing. Shut up, dickhead.
Yeah.
This virus can go in 101.
Fucking annoying. Yeah, COVID.
Oh. Anyway.
I just
shit in it. But good news about the old footy going ahead.
Yeah. Do you? Yeah. Do you? Like, obviously, you've got a load of traits like Dad.
Too many.
Do you think as you're getting older, you're developing his spectrum disorder?
Probably. To be fair, even a long-haired colonel keeps saying you're turning too much into your dad. I was getting the coffee mat ready to come down the shed, and she went, "You're pacing." I was like, "I'm not pacing." She went, "You are." Has he not texted you yet? Oh, no, I'm not pacing. But yeah, I think probably.
Yeah. Because you do get something in your head, and it is all consuming, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It takes over my life. And then I forget, because obviously that I started it, as in the football match. I forget other people have got their own lives to do shit.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hey Darren, you spoke to Apo about the kit yet? Hey, I'm working. Oh. But Dunny did something yesterday which made me laugh. He was like, "Have you thought about sharing the poster to the to different groups around like the local area and things like that?" I was like, "Well, yeah, I have done, but you do know you can share it. You're part of the team. The more you share it, the more we can get people in." And he went, "Oh, I didn't think about that." So, cheers, mate. all on my shoulders. But I do think it's funny, closer than it is.
Yeah, you do, yeah.
But I just like to.
In your head, it's tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm ready. I need to just lose.
This is. it's funny because you've been banging on about the kit for
Like
nearly a year. I keep trying to say to you, like, I just want to get it ordered for. Just so it's done. Yeah, but what, are you going to wear it? Just going to get it in full kit around the house?
Well, yeah, we're going to.
You would as well.
Prance around in it, like, look at me.
No, you'd go over the field, and in your head, you could be each player. You'd be
I
like,
would.
Tom Bevan on the ball, passes it to Chalk. Dunny fluffs it.
He would fluff it. He would.
He would, yeah.
Chris, I know you're listening. I'm really contemplating on putting you on the bench.
On the back. Yeah, and also whatever number he wants, we won't put done. We'll put fluff. That'll be his name. Just fluff.
Oh, you were saying on the back of it.
Yeah, on the back. Just have like whatever number he is, fluff.
Oh, I think you said on the back of this.
But yeah, no, on the back of his shirt, fluff.
Just fluff. Chris Fluff.
To be fair, I'm kind of in like two minds at the moment. I'm like sort of excited for things to get sort of back to normal, meet up with those people. I'm also quite anxious about being around people.
Yeah.
Like it's a genuine thing. Like I don't know how my brain's going to react if I'm like I already look around like in Hereford at the moment. Since Boris made his announcement about a month ago, everyone's like, "Oh, there's not a lockdown now. We're just going to go and walk around town, even though nothing's open." And like literally loads of people, and it's like,
yeah.
The way I look at it, I go, "What are you doing? It's not gone away.
Yeah, it's still here, and
still here."
Yes, it's the same down here, mate. I've been quite lucky in. Well, I suppose you have in a way where you're working with other people, so you still get in that bit of thing. But the missus is quite anxious about it. She was quite anxious the other day, obviously, because the girls went back to school. She was happy because she had a bit of adult conversation. But yeah, just being out and seeing that many people, she was a bit anxious by it. And I think a lot of people are going to be like that because obviously you don't know what they're... Because they can still have it. It's still there.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's official that now women know, like, because coronavirus is really just man flu. And now women know what it's like to have man flu.
I think
sexist comment. Cancelled. Cancelled.
Do trans men get man flu?
Of course, because they are now men.
Yeah.
I saw such a funny photo the other day. Yesterday, in fact, and I'll share it to you later. So, obviously, we're going back to what we said earlier, the trending of curfew for men, and there was a picture of Eddie Izzard all dressed up as a woman and said, "This is how men are going to get around it."
Because Eddie Izzard identifies as she now.
Oh, it's she now. All the time. Yeah.
That's fine. It's up to you. Do what you want.
Yeah, of course it is. Do as you wish.
Do as you please. Just if I make a mistake, don't cancel me. Just understand.
Yeah. Just understand there's a lot of pronouns now, so just relax. Not everything is offensive.
Yeah.
Relax. Oh, I'm a little chew.
And if it does offend you, you can always just walk out of your job. Piers.
You just walk out. No, I'm not having this.
I'm not doing this.
As if he just did that, though. Can you imagine doing that at your actual job?
I know people have, but
I'm not doing this.
Do you know the funniest thing about that? Piers Morgan even walks like a twat.
Okay.
Just try and picture him walking off. He walks like his chest is too far forward and his arms are too far back. If you just picture the image of him walking out, I'll stand up. Hopefully my headphones. He walked off like this.
Yes, he did.
I don't know if you. It's weird. He doesn't walk like a human.
No, he could be an alien, but he can also go in room 101.
Piers Morgan, 101.
101.
That's a good one. He needs to go in room 101 and. I don't know.
Is it more?
Do you know another?
Is it proper shit that he's an Arsenal fan as well?
Yeah, because he's like he's a personification of Arsenal fans. He's so fickle.
Do you ever watch the Arsenal fan TV?
I can't.
It is the gift that just keeps on giving.
Yeah.
It's hard, isn't it? Because I'm a United fan. You're an Arsenal fan, and you don't want to be like the Liverpool fans, where you go, "Oh, those glory years." I remember.
Do you know what? Like, I'm in a few Arsenal groups on Facebook, and a big one for a lot of these dickheads is like they wait for Spurs to do something shit, and it's like that can't be. Is that really your thought? Like, yeah, you don't like Spurs, but you concentrate on what Arsenal are or aren't doing.
Yeah,
on what
I saw something funny the other day. They said Mikel Arteta is just the Spanish version of Gary Neville as a manager. Because Gary Neville went to Valencia and was shit, wasn't he?
Yeah.
But yeah, the United fans are the same. 1 minute they're singing and praising Ollie for doing a good job, and then the next minute he's tactically inaccurate.
Yeah.
That's a hard word.
What did you just say then?
That's a really hard word to say. Inaccurate.
Inaccurate? What are you trying to say?
Well, accurate. Tactically, we'll say tactically inept would probably be a better one. I can't even.
Oh God.
Accurate. Well, that's an accurate shot.
Say accurate.
Yes. What? Some words I just can't say.
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is tactically immaculate.
Yeah, we'll go with that. But he's not immaculate. No, that's not even the word. That's not even the word. Oh, but he definitely. We were off on Thursday.
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is tactically a MacBook.
Oh, I could have got away with that if you hadn't picked up on it. Oh.
No, you couldn't.
No, I couldn't.
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is tactically. That's essentially what you just did.
But yeah, he yeah.
Can you say certificate yet?
No.
Try.
Certificate. Certificate. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That can go in 101.
Speech impediments.
Speech impediments, yeah. Stutters and words.
Yeah.
In there.
It's crazy though, because I do most episodes that I do, I listen back to, and I swear, the stutter gets worse every time.
Do you think it's because you know it's gonna, you know you do it?
I don't know. I pick up that I say certain things more than I should, and it's sometimes there are words or phrases that I hear other people say, and it annoys me when they say it.
But then you
but
say
somehow, somehow I start saying it.
Like what?
Like, as I said,
like inaccurate.
You have to try. That's this podcast. The Saturday morning inaccurate podcast.
Oh, fuck. Yeah. So like what? what phrase? Oh no. Oh yeah, there you back. I thought we lost you.
So like the phrase, like I said. Like, I didn't say anything, but I'm starting a sentence with "like I said." I hate that, but I do it all the time.
Like I said. I do that.
As I said. Yeah. It's just annoying. I don't know how to stop it.
Yeah. So when are you getting this fucking kit then?
When it done, like you're joking, but you're not.
I'm not. I want it done by bloody Mayboy. To my notes. Oh. Oh, fucking hell. It's going to be a good game, though.
Have you got an accurate date of when you want the kit?
No. Oh. Soon.
I still don't know what you were trying to say.
You know, like...
I mean, you're completely using... You can't say the word, and it's the wrong word.
Accurate.
That's not a word.
What's the word I'm trying to say?
I can't even think now.
It's an accurate shot.
It's not.
What is it then?
Accurate.
Inaccurate. Oh.
But also, what you is inaccurate.
You can't even say it.
Inaccurate. Inaccurate.
Oh, fucking hell. That's not even a word, mate.
No, it's not. And it wasn't the right word in that sentence.
No. Inept, I meant.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course you did.
This is that was nonsense.
Just nonsense. But I hope people are enjoying it when they listen. All 2 listeners I've got. What else you got on today?
Silly. I'm supposed to have a podcast at 3:30 today with my friend Croydon.
Sorry, who? Croydon. As in the place?
Yeah. Yeah. He's named after the place because I think that's where he was born. But he's over in Canada. He has written a book.
What about?
He's self-help.
Oh, nice.
Should be interesting. Looking forward to it.
Get amongst it.
The only problem is with these American, Canadian guests is the time difference. It is such a pain in the ass because
Like 7
let's
hours, isn't it?
say, 5 where he is. But that's like right smack bang in the middle of 2 rugby matches that I want to watch.
Did you watch England Wales?
Also, like, yeah,
Controversial.
England versus Wales and a ref.
Yeah, controversial.
I always think that if the referee's name is mentioned more than a handful of times, he's having a shit game.
Yeah. Also, I'm not going to say that. We'll leave it at there. I've got enough to say about that.
What annoys me about rugby?
Is it that everybody
What annoys me about
in
rugby?
Hereford turns Welsh during rugby
No.
and then
that's
English
not,
in
but that is
football?
annoying.
Go for it.
Why can't they kick?
What? Out their hands?
People who are specific. No, just in general.
Well, to the post. They're usually all right, aren't
Yeah. No. Why do they have like? Why is it taking 15 minutes to take the kick?
they?
Because
Visualization, mate.
Yeah, but it's gone too far. It's gone too far. Owen Farrell
Looks like he looks like he's catching something.
No. Do you know what he looks like? He looks like when a CD used to have a scratch. It looks like he's stuck. He's like, or no, tell you what he looks like. He looks like he's. It's 2 things he looks like. He looks like my dog when he goes out in the garden in the morning and he can smell something. But he also looks like a blind person that has just smelt something real bad.
Yeah, but yeah, you are right.
Did you just? It's gone too far. Like footballers tend like you see Ronaldo will do his shoulder thing. Beckham used to rub his head. Like have a ritual, but it doesn't need to take like if it's
Even
longer than
even Wilkinson
3
didn't
seconds.
take that long.
No, he just sat.
He had his little.
Did his silly. What's that?
Did
for?
a couple of looks.
What's
I
that
don't know.
for?
I don't know, but that's how he liked to do it. But it's as though they know all the camera is on them during that moment that they're going to do. It's like Pogba and his stupid penalty. He does that.
I don't know what he does.
He does like a slow ass walk up to it, but it's like a fake run walk.
Like when a dad's crossing the road.
Yes, and then takes a penalty.
Yeah,
and then you just look like an absolute cunt if you miss.
But yeah, rugby players need to be better at kicking.
Because
I feel like a centre back from Swindon Town can kick penalties and free kicks better than a professional rugby player.
I saw a thing, Sergio Aguero versus an American football player doing kicks. Aguero won.
Of course.
But that's just going straight.
I got one. Got one for Room 101 on the subject of rugby. England's Umbro kit.
Shouldn't be Umbro. That's football only. That's in there, mate.
And also...
Do you know what annoys me the most about rugby? When you make a tackle and everyone piles in like a pylon, and then you get a penalty against you for not rolling away.
Yeah.
I can't, mate. There's 130 stone on me.
There's a massive Samoan stopping me.
Yes. You got to roll away, mate. I can't roll.
Another thing that annoys me about rugby is the amount of Pacific Islanders that are Welsh or Scottish or English. You're not a for your country.
Yeah. Imagine that. Yeah, I agree there, because can you imagine how good they will be?
Because you got a scholarship, whatever.
Yeah. Imagine how good they would be, those countries.
Yeah.
Just do it. Because Toby Falatau, you're
maybe
definitely.
Maybe they are.
Well, here's a bit of trivia for you, mate. So Toby Falatau, who is the number 8 for Wales,
okay,
Tongan. I sat next to his uncle.
Yeah.
In Camp Bastion, who was on the Tongan Royal Marines.
Ah, right.
Yeah, see you, Tongan.
Cool.
Claim to fame, that, mate.
Mm. Yeah, but if he's grown up in England, I suppose, if he was born here, then he's not Tongan, he's English. So I guess I'm contradicting myself here a little bit, because just because you look a certain way and have a funny last name doesn't mean
yeah,
English.
that's true. That's true.
So I'll contradict myself there. So I retract my statement.
Take that back.
I'm a moron. We all know this.
Yeah. And me. How's my niece?
Do you know what I think? She's all right.
Good.
Do you know what I think you wouldn't be very good at?
Lots of things.
I was just thinking. I literally just looked across and I've got a book over there. No. Specifically this. But I'd love to see you try, because I reckon it would be something that would be A, funny, and B, really frustrating for you, which ultimately makes me laugh. Rock climbing.
Yeah.
I
have done it in the past. But yeah, you're right.
I think in your head, you'd be good at it in your head, and then you'd come to do it, and you wouldn't be great at it, and it would really annoy you.
I'd be shit at it. Yeah. Quite a few things like that.
So I had a new follower, and it came after you tagged me in the episode post. It's a guy that does base jumping.
All right.
And I'm assuming that he obviously listens, but he's followed by Adam Dorito as well. Yeah, so he does base jumping, and the first video I opened, he doesn't seem to be base jumping from very high, and he just crash lands. And I don't know if that's his thing, because I haven't really looked into it that much. But I was like, I watched it, and you know what I'm like? I literally was like, what? Like, surely if you're let me see if I can find him.
What?
Where is he? Oh, maybe he doesn't follow me.
Maybe he just liked you.
Yeah, it's not in my activity. Is that him? That's not him. I did get followed by. Do you know David Fudge? You follow him?
Not very good with names.
He looks a bit like Simon Pegg.
All right. What's he do?
I don't know. This guy.
I have no idea who that is.
What?
Apparently you're mates.
Where's the guy? That's really annoying. Because he was base jumping and everything and crash landing.
As you do.
I should have followed him. Yeah, so he was just basically jumping off little ledges and crash landing into a pond. Which I was going to show you the video, but I can't.
With a parachute?
So. Yeah.
Just don't.
It looked like, if I'm honest, it looked like he could have done it with a bin bag, because he wasn't high enough to be considered base jumping. He was just jumping.
Like a cartoon.
Yeah.
Right,
I'm going to try and find it.
Like
it's
a Mary
Poppins something. The umbrella, yeah. Is he on here?
Speaking of cartoons,
Cage.
have you seen they've remade?
Yes.
Oh, you
Dan
got it.
Harker bass.
Don't know who that is. 3, 2, 1, see ya. Why? That's got broken legs written all over it. That. See ya.
But it's not high, is it?
No, you could. It didn't even land in the water properly either. Hey,
there's another one,
mate. What? See ya.
By Dead Mammoth and Adam Drew. I'm going to follow him. I'm not even like knocking the guy, like because
that takes some balls though. To be fair, I thought base jumping was a little bit higher. Yeah, and then open.
I want to do base jump.
Can you imagine it? The belly, your belly would go.
3, 2, 1.
I don't open. Did you see that they've cut out Pepe Le Pew from Space Jam?
Mm-hmm.
Sad times. I did see a funny comment underneath it. That's it. Protect my children from the cartoon Pepe Le Pew, but let them go and play Grand Theft Auto and set fire to a hooker because they didn't want to pay him.
Yeah.
My fault. I'm just drawn that way. Jessica Rabbit.
I don't know. Has anybody ever been influenced by is he a skunk?
He's a skunk, mate. Yeah. That fancies a black and white cat.
Who? Like, I get it, and I'm sure there are people out there that will say that I'm being closed-minded here, but who got triggered by Pepe Le Pew? I mean,
Pepe Le Pew. Pepe Le Pew. You can just get triggered by anything these days. It just seems that way.
Yeah.
I'll take offense to a talking skunk with a French accent. They've changed the voice actor of Dr. Hibbert from The Simpsons.
Yeah.
Anna Pooh.
Here's one that got brought to light. Bruno Mars getting shit for cultural appropriation. Because he's making out that he's black and he's not black. He's Hawaiian.
Oh.
Yeah. So you know all the videos where he's dressing up in like the 70s gear and all that.
Yeah.
70s black. Yeah. Apparently people were kicking off because he's not black.
Ah. Nobody kicks off at The Rock.
But he's mixed race though, isn't he?
No.
He is.
Oh.
Yeah, he is.
I'm sure his whole family is Hawaiian.
Nope.
No?
No. Do you want me to?
Yeah, just quickly Google that. I'm sure his dad's definitely Hawaiian. Or an islander.
Is
Maui.
The Rock mixed race? Johnson's father was a black Nova Scotian with a small amount of Irish ancestry.
Oh, there we go then.
Well, his mother
I take it back.
His mother is Samoan. His father was part of the first black tag team champions in WWE history with Tony Atlas. His mother is the adopted daughter of Peter Maivia, who is also a pro wrestler.
Ah, Rocky Maivia. That's where The Rock is, isn't it? When he used to wear the tassels. Well, I didn't know that. Well, there we go. Learn something new every day.
But, yeah.
Played Hercules.
But I do.
shit movie, Hercules.
Yeah.
I think we're just talking for
Right.
the sake of talking now, aren't we?
No, but I did think that was a bit crazy. But then I think these things because I'm not somebody that's had any of my culture taken away from me, I guess. So I think I look at it like, what's all the fuss about? Whereas to somebody, it might be
real
bad.
I saw someone comment on the head of one of the heads of the Black Lives Matter movement. She had like long blonde, like braided sort of hair, and someone put, okay, so now you're dressing as an Egyptian or something like that.
Mhm.
And it's like, when's it going to end?
Mm. It's yeah. I think a lot of
I take offense to your offense of my offense.
I think a lot of it is because people are sort of stuck indoors.
Yeah.
Not really being able to do anything the world over, so they're just finding things that annoy them and making a big
get angry
fuss out of it. Or maybe it is genuine. I don't know. And circle right back to the beginning of the podcast. I just don't care. I want to care, but there's too many things to care about at the moment. There's too many celebrities getting offended about stuff. There's too many people doing interviews about stuff that.
But that's the thing that I care about.
I should care more, but at the moment I just don't. This hat makes me look weird.
It is.
Should we call this a day then, Sean?
Yeah. Have you got rid of the mustache?
No.
Oh, it looks like you've just got. Well, I don't know what that's beard in sign language. Apparently.
Oh, right.
It's not. I just made that up.
Inacreit.
Yeah, inaccurate. It's the best inaccurate podcast ever. What's going on in room 101? Inaccurate. All right, mate.
It's good to catch up, mate.
It was. Loved it. Catch you in a bit.
It was a silly goose time.
I like being a silly goose. I haven't laughed like that in a while. Bye.
Nice one.